Hi, welcome to Buzz on Business. Today our guests are Sharon and Layne from Medina County Jobs and Family Services. Welcome to the show. How are you ladies doing today?
Thank you. Doing well. Thank you.
Good, good. So why don't you just start off by just telling us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Sharon Holmes. I'm a supervisor for Medina County Job and Family Services. I am in the Children's Services Division, and I supervise foster care and adoption.
I'm Layne Hedden. I'm a foster parent with Medina County Job and Family Services, and I'm also foster parent recruiter and peer mentor working with the agency.
That's great. That's great. I don't know if you guys want to take a little bit more time and just dive in deeper about what your roles are with the county and maybe, you know, how you got started with the county and doing what you're doing now.
I've been with Medina County for 16 years, but I've been in the field of child welfare for over 30 years. And my passion is foster care and adoption. And one of the things that we wanted to talk a little bit about today is the need for foster parents in our community.
Okay.
So I've been a foster parent for over 6 years now, along with my family. And what drew us in was a story about a little girl that we had heard about who needed a permanent home. And it just kind of stuck in my heart and sat with me. And I think there's a foster parent and author named Jamie Finn who says that it's really the proximity to the need that keeps people from jumping into foster care. And that, you know, if somebody knocked on your door and said, hey, I have this kid that I need you to take care of for just a little while, you'd look at that sweet kid and chances are you'd say, like, sure, I can do that. Mm-hmm. So really, you know, people don't do that, right? They don't knock on your door and ask you to take care of a kid for a little while.
Right.
Except they do if you sign up to do it. So
right.
You just have to sign up to be that doorstep. So that's what we do at Medina County Job and Family Services, is we license families to take those placements.
Wow, that's great. That's really remarkable that, you know, we have a couple of ladies like yourselves in the community that are going to take care of our children and help them. You know, I mean, there's a lot of things I'm sure that can happen with kids losing parents and stuff, and it can be easy for them to lose their way, right? And it's got to be very rewarding for you to be able to play that role in kids' lives and really change the trajectory of their lives in a lot of cases, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's a really important piece to mention because the number of kids that have come into agency custody has increased, but our numbers of foster parents has not kept up with that pace. And our motto has always been to keep Medina County kids in Medina County. So we would like to recruit more families to become foster parents to help children stay in our community, be able to take care of them so that they are able to return home to their families.
Wow. Yeah, so it sounds like with the increasing number of kids, you don't have enough foster parents to keep up with that pace.
Correct.
Is what you're saying. So how do you go about trying to solve that problem? I mean, how do you try to find people that want to take in a foster child?
Well, we talk about the need in our community, and we talk about the importance of safety and well-being for children. And with that information, we come out and we talk to families. We do events in our community. We host training for foster parents. So there's all kinds of supports that we put in place to help families to be able to make that decision for their families and be able to help kids.
That's great. That's outstanding. So if anyone wanted to find more information, where could we go? Where could we go to find it?
So you could go to our website, which is mcjfs.us, and there's a foster and adopt tab. You can click on there. There's lots of good information. There's a great FAQ section, and then there's an inquiry form that someone could submit. And then I would be the one to give them a call, and we can just chat about foster care. Sometimes people are just looking for a little more information, and that's great too. Okay,
that's outstanding. So you guys, are you new to the Northern Medina County Chamber Alliance?
We are relatively new within the last year.
Okay,
yep.
What's your impression so far?
We've loved it. It's been great attending events, and we're starting to see familiar faces when we go to the events, so that's really neat too. And we've been really overwhelmed with how much the members of the chamber care about our community and want to build a stronger community, and just the number of people who have reached out and wanted to help us get our message out there and help us recruit more families or support us in some capacity. So it's really telling to see how strong that community is.
Yeah, it's a very, Brunswick, I know in particular, is a very tight-knit community. And when I joined the Chamber Alliance before I was on the board, they were very welcome. Everybody was very welcoming, and everyone's very willing to help and step in for the community. I am one of those people as well. So that's great to hear that you guys are having a great time getting started here with us. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention before we close out today?
Just wherever you are in the process. I know for some people it's just a seed that's been planted and maybe they had never even thought about foster care before. Wherever you are in the process, I encourage you to take the next step. I encourage you to just find out a little bit more information. Maybe you're a little further along in the process and you're ready to take that leap. We have a lot more flexibility and availability for training, the pre-service training that's required now. So it's never truly been easier to become a licensed foster parent. It's hard work, but it is really rewarding, like you said. So
Absolutely.
I encourage you to just take that next step.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for sitting with me today, ladies, and we'll be right back.
To Sofia and Gabriel, mis flores, my little flowers. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love, so you can take me with you wherever you go, near or far. These stitches and threads join us together. Me, your mother, and both of you. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.